We are the creators of our reality. One of the ways that we create our reality is by the thoughts that we think. Let's be intentional. There is nothing dangerous about you getting on stage and sharing your work with the world. Hello, friend. Coming in to share with you some statistics that are going to blow your mind and help ground the idea that your thoughts create your reality. According to research, by the end of today, you will have between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts run through your mind. That's a lot of thoughts. 80% of those thoughts are negative. Those 80,000 thoughts that you are going to have tomorrow, on average, 95% of those are going to be the same from today. Throughout the entire week, you will have the same thoughts running on loop in your mind. That repetition is what informs your subconscious mind what it should create for you. So if our subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of our reality and what we experience, then are we surprised we are not living our desired reality? We don't see the things that we actually do want. We're not hearing the things or feeling the things or experiencing the things that are in our heart because we are consistently hypnotizing ourselves towards the things that we don't want. Your job and my job is to be intentional and self-aware of what is running through our mind so we can change it. Stop ourselves in the moment and think a new thought. Think of what the better thought would be. Now that you know better, you can do better. And as soon as you catch yourself going into that negative loop, now you know that you have control to change that thought, and you can pause and say, what would be more useful? You can even thank your mind and say, well, thank you for showing me the fear that I carry about this situation. Now let me show you what I do want to happen instead, because we are the creators of our reality. And if one of the ways that we create our reality is by the thoughts that we think, let's be intentional about creating new thoughts and using our imagination to paint a more positive and useful picture. It's easier to think about what we don't want because our subconscious mind wants to keep us safe. Not only does it help us create our outer reality by using the pictures that we put in our mind, but it also wants to keep us safe from any perceived danger. And perceived danger to our subconscious mind is getting chased down by a saber-toothed tiger. But we know that that's not the case anymore. We are way past the caveman days. But to your subconscious mind, it's still very real and it's still happening. So anything that it perceives as fear, it will want to protect you from that. Protect you from the very thing that you actually do want. Our goal is to hold the potential fear that things could go wrong. That's okay. Give it air. Let it breathe in your mind for a moment. But let's also identify the made up fears and made up dangers. There is nothing dangerous about you getting on stage and sharing your work with the world. There is nothing dangerous about you turning on the video camera and recording yourself, sharing your message, or filming a day in the life. Maybe you want to be an influencer. There's nothing dangerous about those things, but our mind perceives it as dangerous. We need to inform our mind of how good it can actually be. We want to paint pictures of people complimenting us, commending us for great work. We want to see pictures in our mind of getting amazing emails from people giving us opportunities. We want to paint pictures in our mind of our bank account filled with big numbers and commas, right? We want to think of the feelings we would feel when our manifestation comes through, the happy, the joyful, the enjoyment, the celebration, all of that. That's what we want to be informing our minds with, because our thoughts create our reality. We get what we expect. And it is as simple as that. It's an active choice to select a new thought in our mind, to allow the one that feels really fearful to come up. Let it breathe and say, thank you, mind, for showing me a potential danger, but let me show you how incredible this scenario can go. Feeding your mind the more useful scenario in your mind so that you can prepare for the more useful scenario and the more useful outcome, so that your mind begins to see that the things you want are very safe to have, to pursue, and call into reality. You'll start to notice as you practice this more and more and more, the pattern interruption, the self-awareness, the active choice to change the thought into something more positive. You'll see your mind show you in your outer reality the opportunities more easily. You'll start to identify how easy things can come to you because that is what you are expecting. And before you know it, with enough repetition, that will become your new default. How incredible would that be? You are going to wake up feeling more vibrant, feeling more energized, feeling more positive, and that feeds your actions. That creates the momentum behind the actions that you take. And if you're taking action from a place of vibrancy, excitement, celebration, joy, positivity, and possibility, what do you think you're going to get as a result and as an outcome? It will be positive. The things you think about will flourish and go better than you expected. Thinking 80,000 thoughts a day, where 80% are positive. That would create ripple effects. I'd love for you to experiment with that, thinking more positive.